Hi, I'm Shira, founder of Hat Not Hate, and today I'm going to show you how to make a hat with Creativity for Kids Quick Knit Loom by Faber-Castell. Before we get into the instructions, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Hat Not Hate. Hat Not Hate is an anti-bullying campaign where we ask knitters, crocheters, and loomers to make blue hats. Why blue? Because blue is the anti-bullying color. We take the beautiful blue hats that are made by crafters and distribute them around the country to different schools during the month of October, which is National Bullying Prevention Month. When students receive these hats, they also learn about anti-bullying and that we all can be kind. I hope you'll make, wear, and share your blue hat and spread our message of kindness. Okay, let's take a look at what's in the kit. Inside, you'll find the round loom, a knitting hook, a plastic needle and needle threader, a tassel and pom-pom maker, 2 faux leather tags, and enough yarn to make 2 blue hats. We've also included a Hat Not Hate sticker. Follow along in the instruction booklet. Let's get started. Grab the loom and begin by tying the end of your yarn around the anchor peg. The anchor peg is this one right here on the side of the loom. Now we're going to wrap the yarn around the pegs. I'm working from right to left, wrapping the yarn behind and around each peg. Once you've wrapped all the pegs and you're back at the beginning, wrap them one more time. You'll have 2 loops on each peg. Now wrap the yarn around the anchor peg a few times. We're going to use the knitting hook to knit the stitches. Start at the last peg you wrapped and using the knitting hook, slide the bottom loop over the top and off the peg. There's a groove in each peg where you can slide your hook. Repeat that all the way around, pulling each bottom loop over the top and off the peg. Once you're done, push the yarn down to the bottom of the pegs. Now we're going to wrap again, same as before, but this time you're only going to wrap around once because you already have 1 loop on each peg. Once each peg has 2 loops, hook again. Pull the bottom loop over the top loop and pull it off the peg. You're going to keep repeating these 2 steps, doing a single wrap and then hooking the bottom loop over the top. After knitting a few rounds this way, take the knot off the anchor peg and tie your tail loosely onto your project. We'll finish that part later. Let's keep knitting. If you run out of yarn before you finish your hat, tie the end of the yarn to the new yarn with a small knot. I matched the same shade of blue so that the pattern in the yarn would stay the same. Once your hat measures 8.5 inches from the beginning, you can stop knitting. There is a ruler printed at the bottom of the instruction booklet that you can use to measure. Here's how to finish your hat. Measure 45 inches of yarn from the end of your project and cut. Put the tail of the yarn through the loop of the needle threader and then pull the needle threader through the eye of the plastic needle. Pull the needle through each loop on the pegs from bottom to top. Once you've gone all the way around, sew through the first loop one more time. Now you can remove the hat from the loom. Turn it inside out and pull on the yarn to close the top. Use the needle to sew the hole shut. Tie a knot to keep your hat closed and trim the extra tail. Untie the beginning tail and use the plastic needle to thread it through the bottom of the hat. Knot and tuck the end inside and trim the tail. Congratulations! You just made a hat! Now, if you want to add, you can make embellishments. So let's make a pom-pom. Grab your pom-pom tassel maker and your yarn. Holding the tail at the bottom, wrap the yarn around the pom-pom maker about 25 times. Cut the yarn and then cut a separate 10-inch piece. Wrap this piece of yarn around the middle of the yarn bundle on the pom-pom maker. You can put it through the gap between the pom-pom maker and the bundle. Make sure the tails are even and then tie a tight knot. Use your scissors to cut the top and the bottom, but don't trim the tails. You'll use them to attach the pom-pom to your hat. Now just fluff your pom-pom. You can also embellish your hat with a tassel. Cut two 10-inch lengths of yarn and put one of them aside. Put the other piece of yarn at the top of the tassel maker. Now you're going to wrap the yarn around the tassel maker about 20 times. Knot the top of the yarn around the bundle, but don't trim these strands. You'll use them to attach the tassel to your hat. Now wrap the yarn that you put aside earlier around the middle of the bundle. Just below the top of the tassel maker, knot the yarn and trim the ends. Finally, cut the bundle at the bottom and fluff. You can also make your tassel or pom-pom more fluffy by untwisting the yarn. Using the needle, pull the tails of the tassel through the top of the hat. Knot them inside and trim. Don't forget to clip on your hat knot hate tag. Great job! Now you can wear the hat that you made. There is also enough yarn to make another hat for a friend, or you can send it in to Hat Not Hate. Take a photo and share it on Facebook and Instagram using hashtag Hat Not Hate. Every hat makes a difference.